What's up, YouTube? It's Eric, a Lions fan. Thanks for clicking on this video. As you can tell, I got a beer here, the Pabst Blue Ribbon, and it's a little bit different than the normal Pabst Blue Ribbon and the Pabst Blue Ribbon Easy that you might necessarily see. I've only seen this in one spot. I got this in Marshall, Michigan at the Mega Bev there, and I seen it, and I said, well, I better get it or else I'm going to kick myself. I went there and grabbed a couple of other beers while I got it. As you can already tell, I already have it poured out here in the glass. This beer comes in at 6.5% alcohol by volume. And the reason why it's already in the glass already is because I was already out. I started to do the video, and then my kind of phone just shut off. I don't really understand. I had to reboot it, and I went to restart it here. But I already got I don't have quite 16 ounces in here. There's some left in the bottom of the can here. At least it sounds like there's some here in the bottom of the can. I did check the bottom of the can here. It says May 19th of 2019. Today is March 29th of 2019. I think it's the 29th. And I could be off just a little bit. Anyway, not really a big deal. But I've only seen this, like I said, already seen this in one spot. I kind of typed it into YouTube to see if anybody else has done the beer. I don't see where anybody else has done Pabst Blue Ribbon Extra. So this is kind of, I don't know if it's kind of new in our market down here in kind of central to southern lower Michigan. Like I said, I've only seen it in one spot. I don't know if this is considered a malt liquor, if it's considered an ice beer, but we're going to go ahead and get into this. So I'm going to read the commercial description on here, and then we'll get right to the beer. It says on here, this is the extra Pabst Blue Ribbon beer, inspired by the original. Goodness, the cursive writing is bad and it's small. Nature's Choice products provide the full-bodied flavor. Only the finest of hops and grains have been used to create our strongest beer. Guys, you kind of know Pabst Blue Ribbon, and I think it's Miller Brewing Company is kind of, I think it's in the lawsuit. I don't know if it's necessarily been decided on who won, but I know about that. But kind of a little bit of tidbit information on you guys. But as you can see here, it kind of looks to your malt licorice style. When I first poured it in, the head was about 2 fingers ahead. Now it's came down to less than 1 finger. It's a white head, small to medium bubbles anywhere around it. It's small around the sides, mostly like it usually is. But it kind of looks like a malt liquor to me, or kind of a heavy iced beer. It's kind of how I would kind of generalize this beer. When you smell the beer, it kind of smells heavy of grains, a little bit of alcohol presence, whatnot. So it's kind of, like I said, a little bit of an ice beer, a little bit of a malt liquor. I don't know if technically this is under malt liquor. I didn't see Beer Advocate or Rate Beer or anything like that to kind of get what they think the categorization is. My guess it's either an ice beer or a malt liquor. Just kind of going to go out here, guys. But I'm going to get another smell in here, so let's get the aroma. Let's see what we get here. Like I said, picking up alcohol, picking up big grains. You're picking up that lager yeast that they've used on here. And usually I'm going to say at this percent level, I'm going to bring it up here just a little bit more. At this percent level for this kind of beer, it kind of gets to the point of you kind of want to push it away. Usually lagers don't usually taste good kind of around this point. 6 and up is probably the most you're going to want to go. Now you get 7, 8, 9% kind of right up in here. Trying to get into the craft beer category for a lager, it's a no bueno. Yeah, that's kind of all I'm getting is huge grains, alcohol presence. You can smell the lager yeast, and that's pretty much it, guys. As you can tell, I got it in the Founders glass. I kind of figured you kind of know what my thoughts are on Founders just lately with their litigation going on for racism and all that. So I figured the perfect glass to use it. And that's kind of really all I'm going to say about it here. But guys, let's throw this down the gullet. I kind of want to see what this beer tastes like. All right, bottoms up, guys. Cheers. All right, guys, right off the bat, it's usually going to taste like your ice beer or your malt liquor. I'm getting humongous grains right now, the huge grains. There really isn't really much of a hop presence. It kind of tastes like Pabst Blue Ribbon, but just stronger. A stronger Pabst Blue Ribbon is kind of what I'm getting at. A little bit sweet, not actually too sweet. I was thinking it might be a little bit sweeter than it would normally be, but it's kind of... It's sweet, but I wouldn't say it's to the your upper echelon malt liquor sweet, like your high gravity kind of lagers, like your high gravity, like your excuse me, I'm kind of wanting to burp here, like your St. Ides, your goodness, what's another high gravity malt liquor, like your Hurricane, your high gravity Hurricane malt liquors. that kind of style. It's not quite up to that. It's kind of like to the 6% Hurricane or your Steel Reserve, your high gravity Steel Reserve. I would kind of put it in that lower category, probably into the ice beer level. This is probably the correct probably placement for this beer because I'm not really getting any of that big sweetness or anything like that. But there is a little bit of an alcohol presence on here. You're tasting the lager yeast. It's surprisingly full body to me. As you can tell, there's a little bit of an alcohol legs here on it. It's not real big or anything, but you can tell it's starting to get some alcohol legs on it. Like I said, you're tasting the lager yeast. It's crisp, cool, refreshing for a hot day. I don't necessarily know if you're going to want to grab this for kind of a one-and-done kind of beer because of the alcohol level that it's at for a lager. But if that's what you're into, I mean, you can go ahead and go for it. But to me, I would kind of go down towards a Budweiser or regular Pabst or a Miller High Life or Coors Banquet, that kind of style of beer. I kind of probably wouldn't go to a 6.5% beer. But, yeah, I mean, it's not bad. I'm going to go ahead and say that. It's not bad. I have 5 other ones in the fridge. I'm probably going to be finishing those. You guys know I'm a big lager, this macro lager kind of fan. It has a special place in my heart for it. But to me, I think it's a good beer. Now, was it great beer or anything like that or up to the craft beer level? Probably not, guys. I'm going to go ahead and say that. Is it comparable to your Keystone Ice, your Natural Ice, your, what's another ice beer? Your Bud Ice, Busch Ice, that kind of placement? It's probably going to get placed right into that style of category beer. I don't necessarily know why Pabst kind of came out with a little higher gravity lager, but maybe they're kind of wanting to step their toes into that kind of the ice beer category, into the malt liquor category to try to get, your normal Bud Miller Coors style to kind of come over to Pabst and try this style. So it's okay. It's good. For me, I'm going to give it my average score, 85, right around there. Not bad, not great either for an ice beer. Overall, for probably the categorical style, I would probably give it about a 78, probably a C+, right around there. Just for the beer overall, because you guys know craft beer is going to get a little bit higher, and your lagers are usually going to get a little bit lower. Even though the lagers kind of have a special place in my heart, I think a C+, or you can even categorize it up into the B- level for beer overall. It's not bad. It really is. It's not a bad beer. But the big thing here, guys, you're going to get alcohol presence. You're going to get big grains. It's going to taste like an ice beer or a low malt liquor kind of right in there. So if you grab this beer, be prepared to grab to get those kind of characteristics and notes from it. So, but guys, let me know if you guys have had the Pabst Blue Ribbon Extra. I think it was a nice beer to have. Kind of a little bit of a change of pace here because I've been getting into IPAs and stouts and brown ales and all that. It's kind of nice to go back to a lager or an ice beer or probably even a malt liquor style to review. But let me know what you think down in the comments. Please consider hitting that subscribe button and make sure you guys hit that bell notification so you guys get more videos just like this one. And guys, if you had too much to drink, please get a designated driver. You guys should know my spiel by now, but if not, I'm going to say it one more time. Guys, please do not drive home drunk, okay? Because if you do, you're going to get pulled over by the cops. They're going to make you do the stupid-ass sobriety test. They're going to have a free ride to jail, court fees, and then possible prison time. And then if you hit or kill somebody, you guys know you're going to be in the slammer for a while. And if you kill yourself, all you've done is hurt your family and friends. Put yourself 6 feet under, okay? Just sleep off your buzz, get your car the next day. Use the apps on your phone like Uber, Lyft. Use some other app, a taxi app that's probably a good idea to use. Ask somebody at the bar to give you a ride home, or ask a bartender to call a cab for you. In this day and age, guys, if you're too drunk and you don't feel comfortable driving home, somebody will probably either give you a ride or get you a cab or something so you can get yourself back home without having to drive home, okay? All right, guys, come back next time. I'm going to pull another beer out of this fridge. We'll see what it does. All right, guys, I really hope you guys enjoy this video, and hope to see you guys again soon. Deuces. Take care, guys.